Here we are, folks. This is it. This is episode 12, the final episode, the grand finals of the Season 3 Battleship Brawl Grand Finals. The final of the finals. We've got the New Mexico going up against the Imperator 2, both of them by for 4, so I guess it's pretty clear who has won the Best Designer award for this tournament, seeing as how of the top 5 vessels, 3 of them came from the same designer for 4. So yeah. Anyway, this is going to be best 2 out of 3, as always, same rules as usual, but whoever wins this, best overall ship in the tournament. So let's go ahead, get this underway. I'm eager to see who comes out on top of this one. Imperator 2 fires with its high explosives first. New Mexico gets a volley off before shells land, though. Ooh, New Mexico dodging almost all of the Imperator 2's initial shots, whereas the Imperator 2 actually took hits. Imperator 2 swinging out. Oh, yep. Turned at just the right time to dodge New Mexico shells. New Mexico is extremely durable, though, and it's also able, as we already saw, to do some dodging. It's not as dodgy as the Imperator 2, but it can definitely pull off some maneuvers. Imperator 2 doing a very hard, slow turn. Oh, but it gets hit by a volley from the New Mexico. Definitely taking some damage. It might turn under that volley, but I'm not sure it's moving fast enough. It's been slowed down by the damage it's taken. Yep, it's taking some hits, and that is not what the Imperator 2 wants to do. It is not the most durable of vessels. It wants to avoid the shells, not get hit by them. Oh, its front end, its bow is deep down in the water. Oh, it's coming back up now, though. Maybe getting some repairs in. Imperator 2 does have a very good repair rate, but so does the New Mexico. Speaking of, let's go check in on the New Mexico, see how she's doing. Because her weakness is her weapons. She's only got 4 turrets. And if those take hits, if the Imperator 2 manages to wreck those, it's all over. But so far, it looks like they've only taken some barrel damage on the very forward one, and that's it. The guns are otherwise in operable condition. Oh, New Mexico making a nice move there, evading some shells. Imperator trying to keep some distance so it can dodge, but it seems to have been slowed down severely by the damage it has taken. All those hydrodynamics have gone to crap when you've got a hole blown in the side of you like that. Suddenly the force of drag takes over heavily. The Imperator 2 is just trying to get away, but it's been slowed down and it cannot create the distance it needs. And because of that, it's sailing basically straight away, which is making its frontal weaponry useless. Yeah, it looks like this first round is definitely going to the New Mexico. It would take some pretty crazy things to change the outcome at this point. The Imperator 2 is just struggling, trying to run away and kite the New Mexico, and it's just being run down. And there we go, that is it. The Imperator 2 is, oh, well, it was 2 damaged, and then it fixed itself. Repair bot's keeping it alive just a little bit longer, but it won't survive another volley. Oh, especially when that volley hits a gun. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be able to repair up above 55% again before the timer kicks in. Nope, there she goes. The Imperator 2 is defeated. That is the end of round 1, folks. Let's go ahead and get this restarted. Get to round 2. Though that was a pretty dominant battle. Like, that was very much in favor of the New Mexico. We'll see if round 2 will be any different. But if it isn't, we've got ourselves the grand champion. You never know, the Imperator 2 could pull something off here. It could land early shots on the New Mexico guns, and that'll completely change the outcome of the battle. Those are not the New Mexico's guns. Those are its side armor, which is very tough. Oh, Imperator 2 almost completely dodging that volley. If it had stopped turning there for just a moment. Oh wow, those shells actually penetrated in through enough to damage this turret. And the Imperator 2 is once again dipping under the water a little bit. It does not take much damage to get this thing so its deck falls beneath the waterline, and drag starts taking over and slowing it down. And then it just gets easier and easier to hit with every bit of damage it takes. But if it can maintain this distance and this speed, stay away from the New Mexico and not shoot itself. Wow, right in the back of the turret too. I think that gun is still functional though. Yeah. It protected itself from its own fire. Or its armor did at least. Close match so far, 92.3% on the New Mexico, 95.9% on the Imperator. And quickly repairing. Oh, and the frontal gun here has been disabled. This one has been damaged, barrel damage. And if the Imperator can manage to stay out there and keep crossing the New Mexico's T, it'll prevent these rear guns from being able to get a shot on it. And it also makes those frontal guns much more vulnerable. They're in a prime position to get hit. Oh, but the Imperator just took a couple of hits. Didn't seem to do much in the way of hit point damage, but it's doing a lot of damage in that it is increasing the drag of the Imperator and slowing it down once more. And if the New Mexico can slow it down enough that it manages to run it down again, well, we saw what happened in round 1. It does not go well for the Imperator. The Imperator is doing a good job of evading fire, but it has come around towards the rear of the New Mexico, so all of the New Mexico's weapons are able to fire. But with it constantly in a turn like this, it's going to be very difficult to land a hit. Of course, as soon as I say that, the New Mexico lands a hit. New Mexico is just a big, burly bruiser who just refuses to take any actual damage from the Imperator's hits. Oh, turret just got popped. Bunch of damage on the Imperator 2 there. It has decided it has gotten too close once more and is turning away. Oh, big hit to the stern, though that won't do too terribly much for the drag issues unless it starts making the ship sink under the water. Whoa, it popped up there. Whoa. And a turret just fell off. Oh, did a shell hit up here and I didn't see it? That was strange. Let's go check in on the New Mexico. Haven't looked at it in a while. See how she's doing. Rear guns seem to be doing just fine, but the front of the New Mexico has been absolutely battered by the Imperator. New Mexico is repairing away. So is the Imperator, but it's running out of resources. The New Mexico it seems to have a similar repair rate, but the materials that the New Mexico is made out of are much cheaper. So it's using less resources to get the same amount of health back. Whoa, twitchy wiggles. Heading towards each other now. The Imperator deciding it's had enough of it being too far away. It's coming back, which is, you know, good. Getting disqualified would be a really bad way to end your run at this tournament. It's like losing the Grand Championship because you got yourself disqualified would just be sad. Ooh, the Imperator is, I think it may have taken those hits that were just landed. The Imperator has rudder or propellers on the inside here. I think that may have just damaged some of them and has slowed it down. Or maybe not. It seems to still be quite capable of setting the pace of this battle, making the New Mexico fight on its terms. New Mexico is just tanking all of that damage and not caring. Like, I mean, its frontal guns have been destroyed. They're gone. We're never going to see those back in the battle. But the rear guns are surviving just fine. And are able to keep the Imperator 2 within their firing arc for the most part. Though it does look like the New Mexico is having a little trouble with listing. Seems to have leveled itself out. And those shells are going right down the middle. Ooh, just barely missed. Mexico needs to reload quick and get a shot off while the Imperator's close and sailing it. Well, it was mostly sailing in a straight line, but now it's turning. But it's close enough that some shells could land. Oh, just like that. And the Imperator is out of resources. It can no longer repair. So any damage it takes is permanent. Whereas New Mexico still has 10,000 materials to work with. Oh, those are going to go right. Oh, those just knocked out some propellers. Maybe not. It might have. There were... Oh, Imperator 2's engine shutting down. Uh-oh. Oh, dead in the water is not what the Imperator 2 wants to be. Oh, that's bad. That is really bad for the Imperator 2. You can't dodge if you're not mobile. That may be the Imperator 2's death knell. And its main guns are facing the wrong way. That doesn't help. They're coming about now. All kinds of blocks confettiing off of the New Mexico superstructure there. Yeah, as soon as the New Mexico gets around the Imperator, it's all over. Once it can, you know, consistently fire at its max rate. I don't think the Imperator is going to live long. Mexico coming in close for the execution. Broadsiding like a real battleship, though it did take quite a pounding from the Imperator's weaponry there. Oh, now it's exposing its guns. Oh, but it doesn't matter. The Imperator 2 is too damaged. I think it may have shot itself because it gained materials and brought itself under. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, that is it, folks. The Imperator 2 is defeated. New Mexico is victorious. So that is the end of the tournament. The grand champion, the BB-40 New Mexico by Ferrom 4, has defeated all of its opponents, proven itself to be the best overall ship in the tournament. Fought its way into the Hall of Champions, got voted into the Hall of Fame, then defeated every other Hall of Famer, plus the Champion of Champions. And it's actually the one who defeated the Devil's Tongue. It deserves it, is what I'm trying to say. This ship deserves its place at the top of the heap. Definitely, definitely. What? Of course it's going to take forever when I'm trying to do this on camera. Okay, there we go. Here we are, folks. 2-0 victory for the BB-40 New Mexico. That is it. The tournament is over. Finally. So, the Supreme Champion, BB-40 New Mexico. Second place runner-up, the Imperator 2. And we've got the third place tie, the Devil's Tongue, and the CSB-2 Lucky Shot. Pretty sure the Devil's Tongue would win that matchup, to be honest. So, really, it's third and fourth place. And then so on and so forth. That is it. It's over. Battleship Brawl Season 3 is done. It is complete. Holy crap, that took forever. It's been like 7 months. 8 months. Whew. Like, including the bonus battles and the grand finals, like 250 episodes. Man. And we'll be getting right back to it with the tank tussle. Yes, the next tournament is going to be the tank tussle, which is an APS-focused tank tournament. The submission date is due tomorrow, but at the time of this uploading. But it'll probably start. I may start it Thursday or Friday, but maybe won't actually begin until next Monday. 6 days from now. So we'll see. It depends on how much. It basically depends on how the inspection process goes. Because if people have minor issues with their tanks that can be easily fixed, then I'm going to give them a chance to resubmit them. But they'll have limited time. So it will definitely start on Monday at the latest. Well, I say definitely, but almost definitely. You can pen that in. Monday, tank tussle begins. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for going through this long journey for me. Well, for me, with me, however you want to say it. Yeah, it's been great. I've had a blast. See you on the battlefield.